It's always a struggle, right? I mean, it's one of these things where you try to lose weight, you go through different diets, you go through different fads, you go through different workouts. I am right now currently in a weight loss challenge. One thing I never considered, and I don't know if it's right for me, and I don't know if it's right for you, but an option that's out there that I know personally, a lot of people that have tried it, is one of those shots. You hear about it all the time. You hear about it in the news. You hear about it from your friends. Um, but how do you get it? Is it too expensive? The one that we're talking about is Ozempic, but this is not exactly Ozempic. This is a different. It's almost the off brand. But I'm speaking with Christina Hunter from Ohio, the Ohio Wellness. I'm sorry, Ohio Weight Loss and Wellness Clinic LLC. Christina, how are you?
Good. How are you this evening? Thank you
I'm
for asking.
doing wonderful, doing wonderful. So, trying to understand. I know a lot of people, they hear about this and they question, So I'm curious to know what is it that you do, and how did you get started in this field?
So what we do is we're actually a weight loss clinic, and what happens is I have got started through it through the experience of my own weight loss with the skinny shots, with the GLP-1 shots. What our shots do is they decrease your appetite and they also decrease your cravings. Our GLP-1 was founded in 2021 for FDA, so it can go on so it can be sold to the general public. You do have to have a prescription, but at the same time is we have it in a clinic where you don't have to go to your medical doctor to get the
Okay,
prescription.
okay. Um, eh, what exactly does it do? I mean, I know that I've seen people, I've seen the results from people, and it is amazing. And actually, we probably should right here show that you yourself took this. You and you're
I
on
still
it.
am on it. Yeah,
You're
I'm
still
still on
on it. You're still
it.
on this.
Yep.
But I'm going to pull this up here. This was you. This is your before and after.
hmm
What's the time frame there between those two pictures, roughly?
That time frame. So I started it in May of this past year,
Okay.
and now I'm still on it now. So I've successfully lost almost up to 50 pounds over it.
Wow.
But the most important thing is with this product, you actually stay on it and you can go into maintenance, and you don't have that weight gain back. Everybody has their story about how they lose weight, gain weight. Well, this finally is something for the addicted person with the food that you don't gain the weight back because the appetite is suppressed and you eat little portions.
And you did say that word in their addiction, and I think that a lot of times people, they don't realize. I would say, yeah, I'm definitely. And I can't speak for everybody. I am addicted to food, and I'll tell you, for me, it is. If our family gets pizza, right? First of all, I always order too much because I want that next day cold pizza.
Mm.
But even at night, I'll be sitting there watching TV with the kids or something, and I know that pizza's in the fridge. I'm not even hungry, but I know that pizza's in there and it's calling my name, right? Or maybe it's a bowl of ice cream or something like that. I'm not hungry. I know I don't need it. I know it's not something that I need, but I crave it. And maybe that's the better word, the cravings. Is this something that does this stop those cravings?
100%. That's what's called food noises. And so your food noises go away. So you find yourself not eating, right? Like you find yourself eating lower portions and you're not thinking about food all the time. Especially, when you're sitting there watching television and all you do is see food on TV, it prompts you to eat. What
Uh,
this does is this keeps the food noises away.
does it do the same for does it do the same for alcohol?
So it's not proven with
Okay.
alcohol, but it actually is proven for cardiovascular, your joints, and then also for blood pressure. If you watch anything on the GLP-1 drugs, the next thing that it's trying to help out is dementia. So yes, so
Really?
it's amazing product. It's
What was it originally created for?
originally created for diabetes too. To
Okay.
keep it because they figured out with the overeating, the addiction is it's when your glucose levels go up. So it keeps your body, your sugar levels level. And so it keeps you focused and level. Also, too, I found that sometimes you find that when you have diabetes too, or you're almost there, your head isn't clear and your eyes aren't clear. The GLP product, it completely clears you, and it just keeps you steady. It's amazing what it does.
I know for me, when I work out at the gym and I'm on the treadmill and I'm watching, Game of Thrones, and they're constantly drinking wine. And I leave the gym thinking, man, I could really go for some wine.
Mhm.
So yeah, but the food cravings, everything, that it's very, very real. So this helps to kind of curve those, like stop those, like you said, food noise. I like
The
that.
food noises, yep, that's the lingo. The food noise is what it really diminishes it. Yep,
Now,
absolutely.
I know that a lot of people, they're worried about cost. And I know Ozempic it's extremely expensive,
Hmm.
but this is not name brand Ozempic. So
Correct.
obviously the cost is going to be reduced. And if anybody's that's watching this is interested in learning more and finding out what the cost may be, by all means they can go to your website. They can give you a call. All that's in the description right there. Um, but does it? I mean, it works the same though as Ozempic.
Honestly, a lot of my clients say that it works better.
Really?
Yeah.
What are some, I know there are some people, there are people out there that are concerned about it, though. There are people that out there, there's different articles out there about side effects that are caused from this. Um, what would you say to that? What's
So there's definitely side effects. Some people get them, some people do not. So there's definitely side effects that we find. But what we want to do is walk you through it and make sure. But the biggest thing, or talk to our doctor about it. But the biggest thing actually is to drink your water and to eat your protein. And one thing that we found too is if you up the medicine too soon, that's what gives you more side effects too.
what do you mean
So
up? What does that mean? Up the medicine
so
too soon?
you start at a low dose. It's an injectable that it's an injectable that you inject weekly, and you start at a low dose, and every month we move you up the ladder. So I have found the clients' stories is when they have more side effects like prior because they were like on Ozempic and the doctor was moving them up too soon, so they were getting side effects that way.
Okay.
But go ahead.
No, no, please continue.
So honestly, if you research it, it is amazing. What they're finding the product is going to do for you and what it's going to do for Americans. Because one out of every two Americans are overweight, and
Right.
we all know that even though if you don't have diabetes, that's what you're leading to because of the sugar world that we have. And we all know that diabetes is a silent killer, right? So this honestly is one of the most powerful things ever. And we have clients that really their BMI isn't that high, but they want it to dysregulate themselves with everything else, especially cardiovascular too.
Sure.
So,
Now I know a lot of people, they they think, well, it'd be better for me to be on a good nutrition diet, a weight, working out. But I know for some people that are especially extremely overweight, getting out of the house and actually working out is very hard to do. It's hard on their muscles. It's hard on their joints. So is this something that they could use? I know you said that you're still on it, and some people just stay on it for life. Is it something that they could use temporarily to kind of get themselves into a weight loss, or I'm sorry, a workout routine, and then drop off of it? What happens in those kind of
yeah,
cases?
so absolutely. So what happens is when you start losing weight, you start feeling so much better. That's when you're getting all of your energy, right? But believe it or not, you just have to train your brain to not overeat because it's all about that. We have people that go on maintenance, so then you start you just lower your dosage and you lower your injections. So maybe you only do it once a month till you get off completely, and that you feel like you're not those food noises aren't coming back. So, but you can't. But
What?
it takes time.
Yeah. Some people might look at this and they say, it's too expensive. It's too expensive. I can't afford it. What would you
So
say?
I'm gonna say that you're worth it. I'm gonna say you're worth it, and I thought that too a long time ago. But it makes you learn to eat to live, not live to eat. And it's one of the most amazing things that'll ever happen, especially if you've always been heavy or if you've had a problem with weight. It really, really just it really settles you, and it makes you, the food noises go away, and you do not overeat. And you can't believe how much food you don't need to live. You just need to drink your water and your protein. And it really does.
Or
It really makes you feel better. You have more energy, but you're worth it. And your food bills go down because the portions that you eat, like when you go to a restaurant or even when you're at the grocery store, it's amazing how much you don't spend on food. And we
wow,
all know how expensive food is now.
extremely expensive.
Yeah,
Extremely
it
expensive.
is.
So
Yeah.
you take in a lot of protein. Is there any particular proteins that you're a big fan of? How do you get in all your protein?
The same thing. I'm not a big fan of like protein shakes, but I'm a big fan of meat, cottage cheese, eggs, everything natural. Because you're not consuming a lot because the medicine doesn't let you consume a lot, right? Because of what it does to you. But people do eat. You'll do protein shakes, but I'm not a big one. I'm big on just natural protein.
Yeah. All right. So if somebody's interested in talking to you, obviously your website is listed in the description here. Your phone number where they can reach you is listed in here. If they call you, what does that first conversation look like?
Oh, the conversation would be about them and, how much weight do they need to lose? What's been their experience and see if it's a good fit.
So nothing too salesy. I think a lot of people sometimes might be worried about that. I mean,
No, this clinic was made for health. It's all about being healthy, and I want to help people and to be healthy
and it
because
sounds like that you're, I mean, 50 pounds plus. You're down. So it sounds like you are. It's one of those things that you're not just selling it; you're actually using it.
yeah, using it. Yep, absolutely 100%. And when I talk to clients, I understand their story too. Like I can relate completely because it's the same story we all have. Back
Yeah,
and forth, we lose weight, we gain weight, we lose, and we've never been able to consistently keep it off. And this is the longest I've ever kept it off.
that's great. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations for that. That's incredible.
Hmm.
All right. So if anybody's interested, learn more. Go to the
Yes.
website right now. It's weight
It's,
Ohio
it's
Weight
Ohio,
Loss Wellness.com.
not weight loss. It's Ohio Weight
Weight
Wellness.com.
Wellness. My
Yeah.
apologies.
Yeah. And it
Ohio
is,
Weight
yep.
Wellness.com.
Yep.
But again, that's tagged in the description. But they can just reach out to you and talk to you and
Absolutely.
learn more. I think it's worth exploring at least.
Absolutely. Yep.
So, well, wonderful, Christina. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Well, we've got a comment here from Paula Jones. She's watching right now. She said, "I was on GLP-1 for 9 months with great results." So
Awesome.
there we go.
Yes.
Great job, Paula.
Yes. It's amazing. Awesome. I'm
So
so happy for her.
yeah, that's wonderful. Well, I mean, yeah, something you got to get healthy.
Yes,
I mean
it's all
that's
about being healthy
it's
because we all think that it's not gonna catch up to us, and it
right,
does.
right,
Even though you think you're, I always thought I was always the healthiest, fattest person around because I've always worked out, but I
right.
never knew how healthy I could be. Yeah,
Sure.
and the difference in the feeling.
That's wonderful. Christina, thanks so much for your time. I
Thanks.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
And again, I encourage people to go ahead and check out our website, give her a call if you have questions about this, and see if it's the right fit for you.
yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thanks. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Take care.